Hello and welcome to Mobile App Marketing video course. In this chapter, I'm going to talk about different platforms to measure your app analytics. Okay. Now, app analytics, as in web analytics, they're quite the same. However, in order to see how well your app is performing on different sources or different mediums, it is very, very important to know how what is the retention rate and what are the users actually doing inside your app. Okay, now if you're running Google AdWords and you have been doing that for you've created paid marketing or paid advertising. In the previous chapter, I have gone through how to run your Facebook ads and Google ads. And if you're running Google ads, you can actually link it to your Google Analytics account. Okay, Google Analytics account is free. It's a free tool. You can just sign up with the same ID which you have signed up for Google AdWords. And once you do that, you come into the dashboard and click onto the admin button here, the settings button here, and then go to ads, Google Ads linking. Okay, click that. You will be taken inside the configure Google Ads link group, and then you will have to go to your Google AdWords where you've been running the ads, and on top right hand corner you will see this ID. You'll just take this ID and then put this ID, which is already for practical purposes already been taken. Now this ID, and then you click continue. Once you continue, your Google AdWords will be then associated with Google Analytics. And if you're running an app install campaign on Google AdWords, it will start showing the analytics or the metrics of that campaign inside Google Analytics. Okay, so once again, it is a free tool. You can use this, and then quite a bit of very good information you will get out of your campaigns, and then you can see that whether your campaigns are running and how well they're performing. Okay, now apart from Google Analytics, and there are different other tools where you can measure your measure your app analytics, one of which is Firebase. Okay, Firebase is again Google property, and it was acquired in 2014 by Google. Firebase is a mobile and web application development platform. Now, a good thing about Firebase is, to some extent, you can actually host your mobile app. When you're building your mobile app, obviously your web developer can host that on Firebase, and once they host it, and to some extent it is free, you can get the analytics inside Firebase also. Okay, all you have to do is go to Firebase and just go to console. I mean, you have to sign in first and go to console and host your app, or you develop your app inside Firebase. Okay, so that hosting comes free, as well as the analytics. Once it is developed and it is placed inside Firebase, then there is an analytics section where you can actually see all the metrics about your app. All right. The other one is called AppC. AppC is a little bit more, I would say, more features, and this very powerful and qualitative analytics tool that enable you to track and optimize the UX in your app. For example, if I go to AppC website, I can go for start free trial. And then once I start free trial, even if I go into plans, there is a free plan for small teams, say one app with 2,500 monthly sessions, 250 user recordings, and things like that. But the extra features, what you can get here is, as you can just scroll down, user session recordings. Okay, watch every user action and understand exactly how they use your app, which problem they have experienced, and how to fix them. Okay, it's more for the development team. But interestingly, this heat map, now wherever the user has used your app with their gestures or with their navigation, then it will give us a heat map. So View aggregated touch heat maps of all the gestures performed in each screen of your app. So if the user has touched the screen right at the bottom or here, it will show as a heat map that they have been using this part of your app or the page inside your app. Okay. This is very important to know that which ones are getting clicked, because this is where the heat map is showing. This area is actually empty, so it is showing that these are the two areas which is more used by the users. Crash reporting in videos, where in all your app got crashed, in-depth real-time user recordings and symbolicated logs of crash sessions that show what led your app crashes. Very, very significant for, especially for developers, to actually fix the bugs and fix the app, because once it crash, then it is not a good user experience. Okay. Real-time analytics and alerts. Get insightful analytics on user behavior without predefining any events. Obtain single user and aggregate insights in real time, and so on. So these are a few platforms where you can actually measure your app installments, app analytics, app numbers, crash, and so on. However, if you're just starting off, what I would recommend and suggest that you keep it to just Firebase and just get that free hosting as well as analytics. And if you're running Google AdWords, again, use Google Analytics tool, which is free, and then make use of the measurement and make use of the analytics from Google Analytics. Okay, that is it about the chapter. In this, we have discussed app analytics. I will see you in the next one. Till then, stay tuned. Bye for now.